Band-Aid. Wait, there's this book. It's called, it's like a guidebook to being a samurai and just like the whole culture. And the thing is, like, when not during wartime, right? They would like train and get their strength up, right? To fight when the battle does come to home. And I feel like it's crazy as Americans and the laws and privileges that we have. It's like we value peace so much, sure. But complacency isn't true peace. Y'all aren't feeling it. True peace comes from within, but there is reality. And the romanticization's optimistic, but the aesthetic, more often than not, mediocre. And from this aesthetic, right, with our civilians, compassionate and tender-hearted, you don't know, you guys, you don't know all the truly beautiful, amazing people out here. You don't know all of them, because I have to preach to people. Not everyone does. I have to preach to people how they're out here. That's how I know. I just remember in moments when I needed a spine. And sometimes I look at people with spines and I'm like, you know, you fake it till you make it. But like, now looking back on all that, these people with spines, there's depth to that. You know, it's not easy. And I'm not saying we all need to be samurai warriors. There's a balance to things, of course. That's why I mentioned the handbook. I'm not a profession. What? I'm not a professional samurai warrior historian. But there's books out there with principles. And I feel like since we're a nation with a cause that's just keeps getting swept under the rug. And I remember me when I didn't have a spine. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people out here that don't have a spine. And perhaps it's like our privilege is, if we see something bad, if we see someone in harm's way, our court will look at all the evidence and see where the wrongdoing was, and will hold people accountable. But point blank, if it's life or death, if someone's getting harmed, you can figure it out. And I'm going to let you know, people are more cowardly than you think. People are just bullies. So these perpetrators and suspects, you You can't just be like, you can't just say, oh, this person was accused of this. We can't really do that. This isn't about our perception. It's about them and what's going on and how can we handle it. I just believe as a nation under God, like just following the 12 commandments. That's really it. Is that the right thing? The 12 commandments with on the stones? Like, I'm just saying, do not murder. That's all I'm saying, because that's what I have learned in my life. With my experiences, that's not the right path to go. So I just preach about that because that's my perspective on things. But if we are, if we have these principles and one nation under God, we've been saying that for a while. My ODDS. Bitch, it was one nation under ice cream at some point. That just opened up a lot of memories. Anyways, hope it did for y'all too. But I'm just saying, like, perhaps, like, I just believe there's an enemy here. Of course, there's just been an enemy. This enemy will be around, but if these cases are exponentially growing, and there's just so much witnesses that aren't even accepted as evidence, can't even get you to court, then, like, pow, we gotta use our freaking privileges. And I'm not saying killing people, but some humane violence and self-defense would be necessary. And like I said, I didn't have a spine when I needed to, so. Because often we don't know how to control that. But if we are supported, that's the whole point. If we're supported from a young age, we will know how to handle these situations. And perhaps this is not right, but it's real.